It's time for some football. Welcome to Northwest Stadium in Landover. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Tanner Brown ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Landover. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for. Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Prescott now on third down. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Cowboys punting it away here on fourth, and it's the long-time vet Brian Engeron now. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show, one of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest, and I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a third pass now here. Daniels throwing on third. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
That's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Commanders punting on fourth down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 15. First down, Dallas.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Dak off the play fake. And that's another one. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. Drops this one down here for Williams. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. That is caught. He's got Lamb. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
23 yards. That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and goal, Dallas.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys go up 6-0 here in the first. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. It's an option right that begins this drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
The tackle by
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Out of the gun, Daniels. It's caught. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His back, Austin Eckler, the intended receiver. And now they face second down.
Second and 10.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. First carry of the game now for the rookie out of Arizona. He's going to get him 7 there. It's third down coming up.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Third and short, Daniels. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a fourth down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Fourth down, he calls his own number on the option. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Daniels on first down. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
To number 1, Deebo Samuel. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Cowboys' 21-yard line.
Second and 3 now. From the gun, run for Krosky Merritt. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Kenny Clark in on the stop. Brings up third down.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Daniels keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's keeping it again. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Brown able to tack on the point after. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Tolbert now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. Brought
in by Jake Ferguson. And he is is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Play action now for Prescott. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Prescott. Connecting on the slant. Looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that first down. Ball at the 41, 3rd and short.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Prescott to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Certainly drop these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Take it off with it again. And Prescott finds him at first as he slides down to end the run.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Prescott here from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, Commanders in the dime. 6 DBs out there. They'll air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the end route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A pickup of 17. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
George Pickens. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Straight ahead with Williams. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
3 yards.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, second quarter lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 7.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Krosky-Maris. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Daniels now on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this one, not surprisingly, Brock, a loss of yards as they had to scramble to even get that football back.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Brought in right side by McLaurin. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. Fields this at the 19. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
1st down, here's Dak. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
George Pickens. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Draw play. This is Williams. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. That offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, Those guys sold it just perfectly, and the yards followed.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Drawing up the design keeper. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
It's a gain of 8.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
First down now, ball at the 33. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
To CD Lamb. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 24-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Prescott takes off with it, and he gives himself up after a short gain. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. Third down.
Just a little reminder right there that he's more than a passer. They'll call his number as a runner too, especially if the defenses don't account for him.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stuck him at the line, no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Cowboys first down. A gain of a yard. And
so that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Complete to George Pickens. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Commanders' 17-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Dak now from the gun. It's inside the 10. Ball is caught. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Prescott takes off with it. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14.
Commanders 7.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Moore with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, Daniels. Stepping up, and he's going to run. This one up to about the 27-yard line. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Commanders ready for the punt. Kavontae Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And with that 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option here. You can sit on it, or they could try something really aggressive. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. To the middle, it's snared by Ferguson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working now from the gun. Get this over the middle to Ferguson. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Dak out of the pistol. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 67-yard attempt.
Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely on line. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And that one's picked off in the end zone. But no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our 3rd quarter gets underway. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Play fake here, Daniels.
The pass on first down. Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Offense to the line, second down. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up third down and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. And he's caught. He's got ground. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Again, Daniels to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second. To throw, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still brought not enough to avoid third down.
A 13-yard gain brings up 3rd and a yard.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Putting a receiver in motion. It's Krosky Merritt on 3rd. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Going for it with Krosky Merritt. This is close, but I don't think he got there, Brock. The stop is made in time. They're turning this over on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Cowboys offense headed out there. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. New set of downs for him from the 31. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another run for Williams. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Prescott here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
It's some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Daniels from the pistol. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
He tucks it and takes off. They get 19 on that pickup, and that's good for a Washington 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Daniels setting up the play action. And that's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Daniels now on 1st down. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Crosby Merritt on the zone read. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for a loss of yardage.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to run for it. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. 4th down, pass coming. It's caught by McLaurin. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the 1st down, too.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Short side option here. He's running left. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Now run it out of the pistol. Crosby Merritt. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
The tackle by Kenneth Murray. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Setting up, second and goal. Krosky Merritt can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. Daniels back to throw. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Commanders shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Brown now for the extra point. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Tolbert now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First down, here's Dak. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, these guys can get rallying to the football. So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
On second down, a run with Williams. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Cowboys who have it with the lead, but the win not secure just yet. Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? He's going to tuck it and run. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
A gain of 15 yards. And a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. I thought they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Daniels. He finds Brown right side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
32-yard line.
Play action now with Daniels. He's keeping it. And they take him down right along the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going for it again. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. Well, this one's interesting, right, Brock? It was a good play overall defensively, but you still come away maybe a little upset knowing a pick would have taken away a field goal try altogether.
And that's what they're thinking defensively. And offensively, as a quarterback, you take a big old sigh of relief. Thankful that mistake.
And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
A 50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate. And that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First down now, ball at the 33. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And the Cowboys first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Right side, Ferguson's got it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Dak to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
They toss to Williams, headed right. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Prescott to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead with Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the upright. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14.
28. Commanders 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Moore with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he's stopped. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Escapes out to the left. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Complete to Deebo Samuel. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Sends this to the end zone. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders now within 1 score in the 4th. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Brown now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Commanders 21.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Turpin with a return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Washington calls it second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Dak now from the gun. Completes it again to Pickens. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Five still to go here. This is second down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3.
And it's third down.
Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
And it's fourth down.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Cowboys leading by 7. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And it's out of bounds. Took a bounce, and it's going to be marked right along the 30-yard line. The Commanders, Terry McLaurin, ready for another look on offense. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Back to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10. He'll look to throw it. This is McCaffrey, left side. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this third down. To throw. This is hauled in by Samuel. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Hits him on the out route. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Setting up to pass. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's first down. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Looking to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners, as with that, we sign off from D.C.